Hey, how are you? My name is Jeremy. I'm going to be reading from this book, Leadership Theory and Practice by Northouse. I'm in chapter 8, Transformational Leadership. I'm on page 178, Strengths. This one's always cool, the strengths section. But there's always a criticism section too. In its present stage of development, the transformational approach has several strengths. First, the transformational leadership has been widely researched from many different perspectives, including a series of qualitative studies of prominent leaders and CEOs in large, well-known organizations. It has also been the focal point for a large body of leadership research since its introduction in the 1970s. For example, content analysis of all the articles published in the Leadership Quarterly from 1990 to 2000 showed that 34% of the articles were about transformational or charismatic leadership, Lowe and Gardner in 2001. Second, transformational leadership has intuitive appeal. The transformational perspective describes how the leader is out front advocating change for others. This concept is consistent with society's popular notion of what leadership means. People are attracted to transformational leadership because it makes sense to them. It is appealing that a leader will provide a vision for the future. Third, transformational leadership treats leadership as a process that occurs between followers and leaders. Because this process incorporates both the followers and the leader's needs, leadership is not the sole responsibility of a leader, but rather emerges from the interplay between leaders and followers. The needs of others are central to transformational leaders. As a result, followers gain a more prominent position in the leadership process because their attributions are instrumental in the evolving transformational process. Bryan in 1992. Fourth, the transformational approach provides a broader view of leadership that augments other leadership models. Many leadership models focus primarily on how leaders exchange rewards for achieved goals, the transactional process. The transformational approach provides an expanded picture of leadership that includes not only the exchange of rewards, but also leaders' attention to the needs and growth of followers. Transformational leadership has also been demonstrated to contribute to the leader's personal growth. Not Grass, 2014. Fifth, transformational leadership places a strong emphasis on followers' needs, values, and morals. Burns in 78 suggested that transformational leadership involves attempts by leaders to move people to a higher standard of moral responsibility. It includes motivating followers to transcend their own self-interest for the good of the team, organization, or community. Transformational leadership is fundamentally morally uplifting. This emphasis sets the transformational approach apart from all other approaches to leadership because it suggests that leadership has a moral dimension. Therefore, the coercive uses of power by people such as Hitler, cult leader David Koresh, and Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte can be disregarded as models of leadership. Finally, there is substantial evidence that transformational leadership is an effective form of leadership. Uckel in 99. In a critique of transformational and charismatic leadership, Uckel reported that in studies using the multi-factor leadership questionnaire, the MLQ, to appraise leaders, transformational leadership was positively related to follower satisfaction, motivation, and performance. Furthermore, in studies that use interviews and observations, transformational leadership was shown to be effective in a variety of different situations. Cool. So that was the strengths section in chapter 8, Transformational Leadership. That was page 178 to 180. Strengths.